Hi everyone, this is Lori from Free and Fair. Come back to check on Earth 2. So since last I was here, the inauguration did happen, but there was a bit of a blackout with TikTok and the inauguration was moved indoors. So there was some weird things happened. It wasn't very traditional or smooth. And Felon 47 was surrounded by family and billionaires, and he did not put his hand on the Bible. And then soon after, he quickly started messing around with immigration and tariffs and deregulation and letting Mellon in the Treasury Department and blocking funding to poor kids so the oligarchs can have even more money. But it does seem to be there a bit of a pushback right now. So let's check in on some things. There were hints that, Felon 47 had a bit of health issues. Possibly a whistleblower could say something about the election in general. And there is this awkward tension and relation affair with Mellon. So let's see what may come out for the rest of this month using the Gilded Reverie. I'm not going to do a full spread grand tableau, but I'm going to get out as many cards as I can. So using Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie. Let's see. Now I have a new nickname for him if you haven't noticed already. Sometimes I like to call him FFF47. And one of the words is fake. The other is felon. And then you decide what the third F means. Okay. I see that some of the problem here is misinformation, disinformation, getting everybody on the same page. There's still a lot of people not seeing the truth, and it will take some time. Now we have the mask. So I'm going to use a bunch of cards, the extra cards as well. I'm just letting whatever comes out. Okay, the coffin. The book. The birds. These are the owls, which is wise communication. A little bit different from the other birds, which is gossip. Magnifying glass. The house. Interesting. I'll make a new row. 6. The ring. We'll just do 2 rows. The sexy lady. The garden. The cross. The child. And the lilies. Wonder if I can get any more. Squeeze any more. Let's try. Okay. I'll do 4 more. And then I'll straighten them up for everybody. That is the bridge. Here's some extra cards. I love it when the extra cards come out. All right, so what I'm seeing, especially with this in the top, this kind of like fun house. This is like a smoke and mirrors, a game, a carnival. Very similar to this dream I had of him, 47, like at a convention, and there was curtains, and there was doors, and there was audience, but they didn't see a lot of people, and there was in and out, and there was makeup. He wears a lot of makeup. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors energy. And I feel with the child here too, there's just a lot of immaturity and childishness and not very knowledgeable. It's interesting when you use this deck to help people find jobs. It's looked down upon when the child comes out. No one wants to do a business reading and be advised to choose a young child as a corporate partner. Perhaps we should think a little less literal in some cases, but that's where we are, literally in this childish energy. Um, it could also be dealing with younger people to get the job done, as in what Melon's been doing recently. But uh, there's just this kind of elaborate, imaginative world that seems like some people are living in here. It could have to do. This is a bit of a burden. Also, this job is not one that he likes. He doesn't want to do it, but it's a burden and it's his kind of like job, his responsibility. It's what he signed up for. It's interesting that we have the coffin here. So that could indicate something having to do with health or sleep or restlessness or weird dreams. We have the ring, which is like a commitment kind of thing to some woman, which could be Melania, but maybe it is someone else, you know? Then there's public, you know, what people see on the outside are one thing, and what's going on behind the scenes is a whole different thing. There's a lot of clouds here, a lot not seen. The four corners are real interesting. We have the house, we have the solutions, we have some things are not very clear, and then we have the fun house, you know, where the clown, the outward, the outside world, what they want to present. But I feel like something is being worked on that there is going to bring some solutions and maturity. I don't think he's mature, so it's kind of like these are opposites working together, this childish energy and this mature energy. There is some kind of announcement or message or news coming out very soon that's good news having to do with solutions. There is a lot of timing, especially divine timing going on here. There's bridges between people, nations. I feel kind of like this is, you know, a NATO energy. It could also be borders, you know, the southern and the northern borders. And that recently we had the tariff situation kind of cleared up and backed away from, you know, like, oh, well, okay, Canada, you're cool, and, you know, Mexico, you're cool. Let's never mind, right? It's like, okay, that's a really good way to govern, dude. I feel like also things are being checked into way more carefully than ever before, like leaving no stone unturned. Nothing is escaping the eye of the mature people involved, and there's very intelligent communications going on behind the scenes still to this day, but also a lot more public stuff happening, public forums, meetings, press conferences, more things coming out in the open. Every day, more and more things coming out in the open for us to see, for us to view. I even have heard more talk lately now about those words, election interference or hacking and things like that. Like it was such a hush-hush thing to say, but now it's starting to be talked about a little bit more in some of the more mainstream places. So there could be, and this the key behind all of this, it's like this access granted to the children to going into the treasury, you know, and getting very important information. But I feel like those very same children, they're not really children, but they're like 20 or something year olds, teenagers, or some of them could end up being the whistleblowers or something having to do with this feminine over here. She's very much in the public eye. She's very committed to her message. I think she's going to be a very stubborn pushback against. I'm seeing him as 47. I just can't see anything else because of this burden energy. There's also a bit like the sun is also clarity. So we're seeing some things coming to light. We're going to find out more and more things as we go. And I'm still not 100% sure if his health is all that great. So we might see things in that regard play out as well. All right, so feel free to comment below, and thank you so much for watching.